Mushroom, Nootropic. The 23rd of August 2019 by Admin. Hello. Today, an interesting find among dietary supplements, a substance that has many proven effects, many areas of application. In the West, there is a strong hype about this supplement, so it's time to talk about a mushroom, Nootropic lion's mane mushroom or lion's mane mushroom. Another popular name is Hertzland's mane. Wide geography of distribution, but does not grow like a weed, in some regions in the Red Book. More often grown artificially. Lion's mane mushroom is legal. Although, as you know, cocaine changes the mindset, and someone can promote the idea that this is another hard drug. Therefore, the disclaimer is legal at the time of this release. For psychedelic lovers, this is not what you are looking for, no hallucinations and no third eye opening. This mushroom contains many active compounds. There is more than one active ingredient that can be studied under different conditions. The substances in it change in percentage terms, even if they are cut from one edge. What are these substances? Arenosins, hyoricinins, lectin, stenols. For arenosins, there is evidence of an increase in nerve growth factor NGF. This is the growth of new nerve cells, the development and strengthening of existing neural connections. In general, this thing speeds up neuroplasticity and neurogenesis. Your brain will change faster in response to new experiences. Quite simply, it helps in learning, mastering skills, memory and creativity. It will also reduce the risks of certain cognitive impairments. Stress protective action. Extension of life by 20-30% in mice, although this is a so-so effect, because now you can go wherever you go, but everything prolongs life. May be effective in liver cancer, but there is occasional report of supplements that can help with cancer, the same as Vitrol. Low toxicity, maybe at least someone can get poisoned, although if you try, then of course everything is possible. As already mentioned, there are many components in the lion's mane, and for each there is some research. What was above is only for arenosins. So even though the data is more often on animals, there are a lot of them. In addition, it is not profitable for pharmaceutical companies to make a medicine from the supplement, because there will still be a bunch of analogs. This means that there is no desire to fund large placebo-controlled studies. And if you think carefully, then there are no super-studied substances at once. First there are tests on animals. Then, if there is a financial benefit, the company has an interest in investing. If a substance is effective, but not beneficial, then it is not studied much. Or it should be super popular for less marketing investment. A little distracted. Let's talk about the general direction of the work of this mushroom. What lion's mane can do. So far, there are 3 human clinical trials with placebo groups, 2 on the brain, and in both cases the results are positive. In 2010, a 4-week dose of hericimarinase surpassed placebo for treatment of depression and anxiety. For those who are interested in this topic, I recommend watching the podcast of Joe Rogan and Paul Stamets. Just turn on critical thinking to the maximum. There the scientist talks about mushrooms for 2 hours, allowing himself the assumption that a person could develop intelligence thanks to psilocybin and a hedgehog. Since they have a powerful synapto and neurogenesis, and they have been eaten for thousands of years. A second study of 16 weeks in which there were elderly people with mild cognitive impairment, and there were significant improvements compared to placebo. But the effect weakened and returned to normal after 4 weeks. We connect data on animals. What else? Nootropic. This is a very difficult moment, and there is no such universal tablet that even the memory becomes better in any case. Because there are a lot of these cases, somewhere there is a lack of vitamins, somewhere the consequences of the microstroke, somewhere there is a lack of acetylcholine. In general, the black man's mane in total has improvements in novelty memory and object recognition. And where there is novelty, there is a high probability of neurogenesis. And in a mouse model, Alzheimer's disease is also better than doing nothing. Myelin. About him was in What to Do If You Are a Break briefly. Myelin is a sheath around a neuron. Various intellectual disabilities, even Alzheimer's disease, are associated with a decrease in myelin. Because of this, the speed of thinking suffers. Hericimarinase is one of the options for replenishing myelin. And myelin will become less every year of life. This is normal for aging, especially the process accelerates in old age. Digestive system. There are many reports of improved bowel and stomach function. The intestine is sometimes, by the way, generally called our second brain. It contains about 500 million neurons. For comparison, in the entire nervous system of your cat there are 1 billion neurons. Your dog 10 billion. Moreover, the intestinal nervous system is partially autonomous. Therefore, know that within each of us lives a separate system a little more stupid than a cat. Effects. If we move away from formal research, then what, in practice, according to reviews? Yes, this is all subjective. Like many nootropics, there is the effect of vivid dreams, when you wake up and do not immediately enter where you are, who you are and what day it is. Adaptogenous effect. Particularly better immunity is achieved through cytokines and NF-κB and physical endurance. In theory, if you take blood tests, then knowing your norm for leukocytes, you can retake after such a mushroom course and see the differences. But this is superficial. The effect of decreasing libido is mentioned. It is very important if you are initially hypersexual, and on porn sites you are looking for a video for a long time that you have not yet seen. And of course, top effects are tied to intelligence. And the striving for novelty, a change in habits, and the speed of learning come to the fore. You kind of start to think differently, more interest, more intellectual activity. How to use. There are no data on drug interactions with other substances. There are no exact side effects or contraindications. There are reports of allergic reactions, but they are more generally related to fungi. There are many reports that manufacturers dilute lion's mane mushroom powder with starch, somewhere the extract itself is bad. So, according to the classics, we read the reviews. And it is advisable to purchase products from Europe or the USA. There are two leaders here, Amazon and Europe. On neurogenesis, the data are not directly fantastic, but on the same mice, if they stupidly added 5% mushrooms to their diet, then according to NGF somewhere plus 20% of the norm, somewhere minus 10%. And when comparing solutions, the effect on alcohol is stronger than water. Therefore, ideally, an alcoholic extract, but it can also be in the form of a powder soluble in water and taken after meals. I use it myself in powder form. Dosages from 1 gram to 5. They are not exactly known. In human studies, there were 3 grams per day and 4 months of supplementation. Since this is all poorly understood, it is safer to shorten the intake time. But the first effects are noticeable after 1-2 weeks. Reception is better after meals and in the evening. If you are thinking about how to enhance the effect, then vitamins, especially C, niacin and garlic. Outcome. The review of this nootropic mushroom includes 30 studies, and more can be added if desired. Most of them are not older than 3 years. Harrison includes many components that vary from mushroom to mushroom. Nootropic effects brought him the most fame, memory, learning speed, resistance to various brain diseases. Anti-cancer and immune chips are in the background. Miracles from the lion's mane should not be expected. Yes, there are some changes. They are inundated with reports from Reddit. Yes, there are successful placebo-controlled works. It is not yet known about the interaction with neurotransmitters, so count on the smoothness, cumulative results. This is not a sedative or a stimulant, where it invigorates or knocks you out after 20-30 minutes. The optimal dosage is 3-4 grams. The time of administration is 1-2 months. Well, I hope you enjoyed the issue, and this nootropic mushroom theme will be interesting. Good luck and see you soon.